Mushmellow, and you are, well, you're you. Hello, you. Welcome to Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, where art takes a twisted turn. Come on, join me as we bring to life chilling designs, spooky masterpieces, and we do it all one gem at a time. So like, subscribe, grab your drills, and let's get ready to create something dark and dazzling. Come on, let's go paint the darkness together. Let's go. Today I have some poster reviews for you, a long overdue poster review that, to be honest, life got away from me, and I thought that I did the post review only to realize that, oops, no, I didn't. So I owe you guys a post review from February, and I wanted to post review 2 of my March finishes. So let's go take a look at those and talk about the deets and see what we think about some canvases that have been recently completed. Let's go. This is Hungry Love from Rokkari-dpa.com. It was Z3, category zombie, number 3 in my personal stash, number 22. It's a 60 by 75 or 24 inches by 30 inches if you're into inches. Square drills, 2 ABs, 2 metallics, and it was approximately 72,000 drills. Now, we did this as our date night live canvas. Sundown and I did this together, and we started it on August 10th, 2024, and finished it on February 28th, 2025. And I would say it took approximately 88 hours to finish this canvas. I want to kind of go over some pros and cons. Pros, look at this render. It looks like an actual photograph. It's hard if you're not a diamond painter, and except for all the shining, shimmering happening here, you might not realize that this is like a diamond painting. You might think that this is some kind of canvas photo print or painted situation, like traditional painting, but look at that. The details are phenomenal. Very, very clear, crisp detailing in here. Hard to believe this was a diamond painting. You can see the strands of his hair, the strands of her hair. You can see their sinew here, and the plate, the glass. I mean, everything looks great. And it even has like a table in here that looks like it's coming forward, like 3-dimensional situation. And you can't, man, I don't know what else to really say about like
muscle texture.
Yeah, and it was funny because when Sundown would hold this up to show progress, it almost looked like, he was standing there holding it and you couldn't see the top half of Sundown, but then his legs would be down here and people were like, hey, it looks like he's the zombie standing there, because the zombie looks so realistic. It looks so picture-esque. But you can see all kinds of fine details, including like some schmutz on the wall, and they've got a potion jar situation back there. But it's insane how clear this is, how great the render turned out, the folds in her dress, everything. Really, really pretty. Drills are very shiny. As you can see while I'm moving around, you can see where they're shining here. The metallics were largely in her hair and her shirt here, and some in his hair there as well. But just soak it in. Negatives. One of the negatives is that it was so large, but that's kind of a me thing. That was my fault. I'm the one that picks the size. Another kind of negative I had was this one was more confetti heavy than any of the other Rokkari canvases I have done in the past. And so it did take longer and felt a little more cumbersome in that way. But otherwise, would I buy it again? Yes, but I don't know. It might have needed to be this big to turn out this good.
One of the things that I like about it, if I can cut in, the attention to detail, and not only in the people itself, but like, the background stuff, the glass. It looks like there's an actual glass sitting on the table, not just
it's not flat. Yeah, and everything in here makes sense, and it just rendered really, really well. The reason why we picked this canvas is it spoke to us.
Yes.
You know, this is how Sundown and I kind of see each other, see ourselves, like taking care of each other forever.
What drew me to this is, we've talked about our past relations, and we both felt not alive inside. And this...
And just kind of zombies going through life on autopilot or zombie mode, So
as weird as it seems, this is us,
Yeah, if you look past the gore and the gruesome details of it, and just kind of read the art, read the message, interpret it, there is an interpretation here where this is romantic and about love and about spending life together and taking care of each other, and you can draw a bunch of conclusions from this art. So I know a lot of people look at some of this and say, oh, it's too gross and gruesome and scary. But if you look at it as not just a base image, but as an art piece, you can read a lot more into the message presented than what's on the face value. Kind of like don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
So this one's very special to us, and has a wall being prepared, a space on the wall being prepared for it. And really like this. I would totally buy it again.
Just not have me help because I'm a little slow.
I was gonna say maybe not so big, but then I changed I think it needed to be this big to get such great detail out of it.
Honestly, if we were to buy this again, I would say go bigger, because then it would look even better.
Maybe. This is plenty big enough for me, though. Okay, moving on. Here is the most recent completion that I did. This is Divinity by Diamond Art Club. And this was in category AD, which is Angel Demon. Number 1, number 28 in my overall stash. As I said, it's from DAC. The artist is Julie Fain. It was a 56 by 43 centimeter, 35 colors, round drill. It had 3 ABs and 1 fairy dust, glitter, glimmer, however you like to call those. It had approximately 37,910 drills and cost $40 at the time of purchase. Not available anymore right now. Yeah, so we were going to do this as a date night live one. We started it and Sundown was like, not really digging this. Do you mind kind of taking care of it? And I was like, no, I don't mind. So I went ahead and finished this one off by myself. The pros, the quality of the canvas and the material of the canvas and the drills are all premium, as we can expect and should expect from DAC. It had a clear canvas drill field, and it was a really quick workup because it's all color blocking. Everywhere that looks black here, the dude, the angel, the tree, is in fact black. Everything that looks like white, like the moon, is in fact white. I mean, very heavy color blocking and line blocking throughout the entire thing, and which lended to how quickly it got done, and it also lended to some of our displeasure with it, to be quite frank. The cons: very slippery, thin glue. It was kind of crazy. I could take my hand with the canvas exposed, and I could take my hand across the glue and slide it, and it felt like my hand was sliding across the cover sheet. It didn't grab, grip, stick. The glue just was very, it was very almost dry and very smooth, not tacky very much at all. It had low tack. The drills tended to skate on the canvas. If I needed to adjust or move, it would just, it was like on ice. And there were a few times I accidentally actually knocked a drill off the canvas trying to shift one over a space, and it would just slide and bonk into another one and pop it off. It wasn't holding the drills. It was very slippery if you tried to adjust a drill. The drills didn't pop off. Like if I pick it up and move it around right now, I don't think any would pop off. But if you touched, bonked into one with your multi-placer or something, it would very easily just come up off the glue. So it needed a little prompting to get a drill to pop off, but they're not just jumping off like on their own, but very close. Very easy to dislodge. It's very pixelated. When I was doing this, I felt very much like 8-bit Nintendo games were going through my head, and I'll show you what I mean. Like, look how pixelated the wing down here. It's just very jagged, pixelated. Her breast there, her hair. If you look here, you can see the tree stuff coming down. Look at the moon, you guys. Look at this moon in the background. It looks pretty, right? But look, it's not a full circle shining through the back of the tree. It zigzags where the tree branches come down or the leaves come down. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's not... Why would there be blue? Why would the moon be jagged on the top like that? Like a little cracked egg. I don't understand. It's just very... You can see pixels here. Very pixelated and line blocky. Really didn't like that. Standing from back here, it kind of fades a little bit. But now that you know what you're looking at, like at the bottom of the wings and the jagged top of the moon, you see what I'm talking about. Look at her chesticles. There's like a dip right there. It's very strange. She's got a Madonna cone situation going on there.
Well, even his shirt.
Yeah, his shirt's very jagged and pixelated. Just, to me, not impressive. Not impressive. I've seen better rendering on this kind of size come out of like Temu even. I found this boring to actually work up because it was so much color blocking. Like I said, all this black was all black, this whole big thing at pink and gray. It was all color blocking. I felt, and it crossed my mind, I'm like, is this maybe from the children's line? Is this a children's line? It's very simplistic, very easy because of all the color blocking, very quick to do, but it also was very boring. It felt very, very simplistic. I was like, a child could have done this one. I said I did question if it was a child's kit, and apparently it is not.
You flew through that one.
I did. I did it in about 4 days. It took 18 hours across the course of 4 days. I mean, that's like for a diamond painting this size, basically a 45 by 55 should have taken me a lot longer, but it didn't because multi-place, line block. Yeah. I mean, would I buy it again? No. Not for $40, I wouldn't. Absolutely not. Yeah, that's just my take on it. I'm sorry, you guys. This finish is a Viking. We got this off Temu. And this was CI 14 in my personal stash, meaning I categorize it as Celtic Irish, number 14. It's the 14th in that category. It was number 246 in my overall stash. It was a 40 by 70 or 16 by 18. Round drills, no specials. 24 colors, approximately 44,800 drills. I obtained this from Temu. Started it on March 7th, 2025 and finished it on March 22nd of 2025 and took me approximately 67 hours because this was confetti hot place. This was a confetidocious endeavor, a labor of love. If I didn't love this man so much, I would not have been able to finish this because of all the confetti. Would have driven me insane. Arguably did drive me insane.
But the confetti on it makes sense.
It does. It did make sense, and it does make it work. It gives it the detail that it needs. We'll go through all that, but very confetti heavy. Very, 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 very confetti.
Very, very.
Very. Pros. It's a unique subject matter. Don't often see Vikings as the subject of larger diamond paintings or even smaller any diamond paintings. It was cheap. It came from Temu. It was very inexpensive compared to some other kind of canvases you might get for the price. It was low in trash drills. There weren't too many trash drills to speak of. It was not stretched. That was huge. This is a 40 by 70, and a lot of times in these longer diamond paintings, we see the subject matter get stretched and elongated. This doesn't show any signs of that. This is like fully, full width, not stretched. And I appreciated that. It has nice detailing, very nice detailing. You can see the fur on his shoulder cap here. You can see the braids in his hair, the scarring on his face, the braid on the top of his head there. You can see his clothing and the belts and buckles and pins and trinkets and stuff. You can even see a little bit of like scaling here from the armor underneath. So very cool. You can see that this is leather here. Very, very good details. Cons. There are a few random pixels in this canvas that were kind of driving me bonkers, but you have to get up really close to see it. See that peach one in his mustache there? Kind of on the side. There's like a peach drill just boing right in the middle of his mustache. There were some other random pixels as we go through here that just kind of didn't belong. That was the biggest offender in my opinion. There's a bright blue one right there that kind of didn't go. There's a brown one right there that kind of didn't go. So, yeah, but as you can see, when you stand back up, you don't even see, well, yeah, kind of do right there.
I know why they put the peach there, though.
Why?
Peach fuzz.
Oh, stop, peach fuzz. I was really worried about this canvas because of the coloring and the color scale of it. I was nervous about the skin tone pallor, but I was also nervous about like being able to make out the braids on the top of his head. I was afraid those weren't going to show because that's all predominantly one color. There's obviously a few other colors in there to create that braid appearance, but when you look up close, I was scared because that's a huge color blocking area. That's all it took right there to make this head braid visual. Crazy, right? So you can see my working up close, I was afraid, but once it was finished and held back, it all came together visually. As we kind of touched on, the color palette made me a little bit nervous. I was afraid, especially with his hair, that it wasn't going to look right, but it does. It looks pretty good. This, as I mentioned, was confetti hell. And kind of just drove me buggy some nights where I felt like I was working on it for hours and didn't even get a whole section done because it was so confetti heavy. I nearly ran out of a couple drills, but didn't run out of any. I almost did, though. Got very, very butt pucker close. Yeah, took a really long time. But that being said, neutral note, Sundown loves it. And
I absolutely love it.
That is what was important to me because I wanted to do this for him. He picked it, and I wanted to make sure that I got it done for him. And this will also be featuring in our home on a wall prominently.
Yes, it will.
I can't say that for this one, but I can for this one. All right, you guys, let's go do the wrap up at the desk. Well, you guys, that was everything. Please do let me know down in the comments below. Did you like any of the three? Which ones did you like and why? What do you think of the DAC canvas? Was I too harsh? Am I too biased? Was that really worth $40, the end result? And the experience, not just the end result, but the experience of getting from blank canvas to finished canvas, not really enjoying it. I mean, how much does that weigh into how much we like a canvas, what its value is, Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. And until next time, stay naughty.